Hey guys, welcome back to Bubble Man's World. I am here with the Where Is My Bike, like I promised, part 2 of the last video from Maple Butter Reviews. I was waiting for a sunny day so I could share that beautiful sunny light to produce this wonderful rosin that we're about to make here today. But you know what I thought? The rains have started here on the West Coast in the Pacific Northwest. It's not about to stop anytime soon, and I figured no time like the present to open up these buds and check them out. Alright, so without further ado, let's crack these Where Is My Bikes. Really excited about this. Imagine I've had this for almost a week. Oh my god. Oh, that smell reminds me so much of Amsterdam. That is an Amsterdam smell. I'm really, like, strong Amsterdam. Lemony goodness. So, I would guess that right there is about a 5 grammer, and I would guess this right here is a 5 grammer, so it looks like we got 10 grams. So 10 grams should squish out about 3 grams of rosin if we're lucky and we get that 30%. I'm going to take some macro shots of this bud so I can share the beautiful resin that's on here with you, and then we're going to get to squishing. Alright, so I took the bud apart and photographed on the inside. You can see here that this bud with the teared screen weighs 5.1 grams. This one came in a little bit less at like 4 point something, 4.8, 4.9 I believe it was. So 4.9, so between those two buds we have 10 grams or 9.9, close enough. And we're going to get ready to put them through Bubble Man's World. Booyah. Alright, so I have broken down the one bud. Gotta say, barely touching it, man, it got my fingers sticky. I mean sticky icky, where you could pick up a scale, you know? That kind of sticky icky. That's sticky icky right there. It's a pretty heavy object. Anyway, of course, many of you doing this on a commercial level for patients would be wearing gloves, and it would be a lot cleaner. This is in my yard. This is for my personal, and I'm not going to wear gloves for my personal. All I really did was I broke that bud up into smaller remnant pieces. And you can see there, it's ready to go in the screen. I've also already kind of pre-done where one of the tricks that Sasquash talks about is getting the holes filled up on the screen into the corners. And so that's kind of the most important part as you're lightly filling this, and this is going to be hilarious because this bud is so fucking sticky. Talk about a challenge. Wow. Nice challenge to have. I gotta say, everyone else out there, you need to step your shit up on growing. I am seeing some absolutely pathetic bud these days that people are really thinking is the greatness. And I hear people calling out everyone, oh, they don't know how to grow, they don't know how to grow. Well, you know what? Maybe don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Hey? Alright. Alright, well, I'm not going to film this whole thing. This is going to take me a while. I'll come back when we are fully full. Alright, so we got that nicely packed. You can see the bumps in the bud. It's just sticky, icky. Really looking forward to getting this pressed, so let's see what we got, shall we? Hey guys, Bubble Man here. Just waiting for my temperature to drop down to 220. Might seem a little high for some of you guys, but for this particular cultivar with the moisture content, it's usually pretty perfect. Got my pad right here. What do we got? We're getting close, we're getting close. Oh yeah, real excited about this press. Alright, pushing it in a fair bit. You don't want it sitting right on the edge. I know it's nice to see the resin pouring out, but if you put your pad too far close to the edge, you can end up getting it pinched, and you can get a blowout depending on how much pressure you're using. So let's get this going, shall we? Try to remember, that's bud in there, everyone. That is bud. That is not hash. Color is absolutely perfect. And I wish you could smell this. The resin is coming out both sides of the press. And our drip is continuing to grow. Oh yeah. Sorry for the camera motion, of course, just trying to get you guys the best possible view for this little press. Now remember, we only put 5 grams of material in, of bud, so we're looking to get maybe 1.5 grams. 1.5 grams will put us at the 30% range. I'd say we even have a tiny little bit of a press left there. And there's what we got. So we shall collect it. Alright, so there's what we got. Not sure if it's going to be that 1.5 grams, but let's check it out. Alright, so there it is, 1.5 grams on the scale. Thought it was going to come a little short, I'm not going to lie. I feel like there's at least a tiny little bit, maybe a 0.1. You can see it kind of in the screen there. So we're going to try pressing this one more time and see what we can't get. Always good to do a second run with quality of this level. Alright, so just like I thought, a very, very little bit left. Not a ton. Maybe that 0.1 that I was talking about, but... Alright, so that was a nice little squish, as I kind of figured it would be. The last little bit that I squished is coming out between 0.1 and 0.2. The original squish that I did came at like 1.4, 1.5, so I would say we're probably accurately sitting at 30%. Some people might add it up and say, oh, I got 34%, 30. It's unlikely. It's because of this scale only goes to 1 point that, and the way it was flickering between 1.4 and 1.5. I would say accurately combined out of that 5 grams, we got about 1.5. And look at the quality of said rosin. I mean, let me tell you, I had one guy comment on my video recently saying that I was being paid by Maple Butter to do these reviews. You think I gotta be paid to do a review like that? Are you fucking kidding me? That was the stickiest bud that I've handled in a long, long, long time. I'm telling you, I'm very, very impressed with these Maple Butter guys. They are producing the flame, and shout out to Karma Genetics for this beautiful cross of Amnesia Haze crossed with the Biker Kush. The Amnesia Haze is the Super Silver Haze, or the Haze crossed with Haze. Time Skunk #1 crossed with Haze times Haze, the Super Silver Haze again, crossed with Northern Lights #5, I believe. And the Biker Kush is the Hells Angels OG crossed with the Lucifer OG. When you put them both together, you gotta seriously go find your bike. Why don't we press up another quick medallion while we're here, and we'll call it a day. Sound good, guys? Hey guys, so for those of you that want to know a little bit of an easier way to fill these screens, and I'm sure most of you have been on this ball, but basically a little business card, sliding it in like that, and just pushing your material down, whether it be hash or herb, is really nice. It works great. You can pull out the card, and you've got a perfectly filled bag. And then of course it's just a matter of massaging it a little bit, softening it up and making sure that you fill up any of those holes. because we don't want these little holes. They try so desperately. There we go. And just push that material down and work it all into the base of the screen. And well, you saw from my last press that obviously I was fairly efficient with it. I'd say I got about 90+% out of my first press, and that's why we press a little bit warmer and for a little bit longer. That was about a minute and 50 seconds that I pressed the last batch for, and let me tell you, I just had a dab off camera on point. So without further ado, let's get to the next press. All right, so we're back. Our parchment in. Got our magnets attached. It's always nice to see what's going on. Catch the drip. All right, so we'll shut her down a little bit. And as Matt mentioned from Sasquash, leave this up. It'll make it easier for you to pick the rosin, well, not the rosin, but the packet up of herb. It'll make it easier for you to pick up because that little flap will be sitting there, and it'll avoid you accidentally pushing the little screen packet into your freshly pressed rosin. So try to avoid that. Go down for a mild pre-press, just like a 10-seconder even. All right, here we go. Close with the 4K.
Right from the start, them said the known sore price. Question was raised to legalize it. It's the medicine, the old plant medicine. It's the medicine, We'll get you where you are. Maintaining the balance with pleasure and pain. Pleasure and pain. We'll get you where you are. Sick and feel tired as the life goes down the drain. We'll get you where you are. Sustaining, healthy living, sipping clean food and clean water. We'll get you where you are. Just give me a little seed and give me a little and let me show them how to make wealth. Come on, cannabis cup and emerald cup, let me show them how to keep health. Them a suffer, them a ball in a pain and still them not go take help. Hey, Mr. No Man Stand Up, no GMO. Give me a little bit of full melt. Hey, you them from cannabis stem. Sweet like woman and artists, then I practice and chance for them have to take thanks. Pharmaceutical start a ration. Plastic price, kill off a nation. Can't be fooled, we no need no more plantation.
Feels pretty proper.
Maintaining the balance with pleasure and pain.
Got a little bit of butter out of that one.
Sick and feel tired as the life goes down the drain. We'll get to where you are.
Oh my god, I can't wait to collect this. This looks yummy.
No disease. No disease. Won't be disease. It's the medicine.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we came in again at 1.5, 1.6 even. I think the tear is a little off, but yeah, that is impressive. That is impressive. Another solid 30%. See how it moves, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. I'd say realistically it's probably 1.4, and I probably still got the tiniest little bit to press, so we'll go back and check. Yeah, so it looks like 1.4 The tear is 0.2. So we probably still have that other little bit left in there. All right, so here we've got the second press on the second 5 grams. It was hovering around 1.4, 1.5, so I'm guessing there's going to be another 0.1 or 0.2 in here to top us off to that lovely 30% yield. All right, maybe a little bit there. Definitely worth dabbing. All right, and that second press came out, well, it was at 0.2, but now it's re-tear. There's the tear. So 0.2 is the proper, 0.2, I think it's the actual accurate, and yeah, that combined with the 1.3 to 1.4, we are at 1.5 again. All right, guys, welcome back. We got a little bit of sun finally came out, so that's kind of a bonus. I whipped off 2 patties. Give you a quick little, ooh, that one's just starting to butter a little bit there. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. That one's buttering a little bit. Oh, and this one too. This one too is doing the butter. Still very beautiful. Quite looking forward to hitting that. All right. Buttery, buttery goodness. So I figured we would do at least a rip of the Where Is My Bike now that you've seen the Squish. 30% yield. How incredible is that? I'm telling you, it blew my mind. Even though I'd seen it once before, it still blew my mind. Let's get ourselves a little... Ooh, yeah. This is nice. Mm-hmm. All right. The mothership. The egg. Always exciting to hit that first rip of a new flavor, but one you know so well. Gotta give props to maple butter. It's incredible quality, gentlemen. That was some of the stickiest herb I have touched in a long time. Very sticky icky. It's the true sticky icky. You could put posters up with that herb. No doubt you could put posters up with that herb. Alright, here we go. The lemony flavor mixed with the terpenoline. It's just my favorite. Oh yeah. My God. Definitely down with hitting many more of those. Now that it buttered out, actually, I'll be able to take some photos. Earlier it was, it looked so stable and tacky. It's hard to take a picture of just rosin in a medallion, especially with my lens. Going in too close just doesn't quite have the same effect. It's amazing how this DC cleaner picks up the resin out of the banger. I've got to say, every time I see it, it impresses me. I was going for a little while without using it, and banger started getting pretty chazzy. This one I've hit many, many times, so not the best shape, but still doing okay. Able to clean some spots off there. All right. So Where Is My Bike? 30% yield. Sasquash M1. Puffed it out of the mothership with the lemon drop megapot there with the blue dial. Pretty sweet. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, may the full melt bless your bowl sooner than later. Peace out, everybody.
Rasta speak straight from my heart. Right from the start, them say denounce our price. Question was raised to legalize